Hi, guys. Thank you so much for joining us again. We are New Beginnings After 40. I'm Jen. This is Kimberly. This is Lori. And we are so happy that y'all came to see us again. Last week, we ended with talking about our bike cycle birthday Pisces party. And we're gonna tell y'all about that fun night because it was a lot of fun. I mean, I was hurting really bad.
I actually wasn't because I was the bartender, so I was sitting in the middle serving everyone, so I didn't have to pedal. What about you, Lori?
Well, before we unpack that evening, we have to back it up a notch.
Oh.
Because we all ended up sick the week before.
Oh, yeah.
And we spent days, and I mean days, of not even sure. In fact, Kimberly called me on the day of and said, do you think we can push it to the following weekend? And I said, do you know how long it took you to get all the people to come? And we're the only ones that are sick. All three of us.
Well, actually, my husband.
And the other birthday person that was included.
Yeah.
Well, Terry was on the mend.
Yeah.
So we go into this trip, first off, talking like frogs.
We all have Kleenexes in our purses.
Okay, not to lie. Like I pulled a stuff of like a ton of napkins, put it in my pocket because I could just be standing there and everything would just pour out.
Yeah. And then before we went on the bike trip, we decided to go have dinner together. And we went to an outdoor venue and they had a lovely band, which was good music, but man, it made my head pound.
Oh, head and heart.
And heart.
Okay,
Yes.
I do want to give a shout out though.
Okay.
Okay, so we did go to eat at Maggie's. It's in Fort Worth off Magnolia. Oh my gosh, there is nothing there that you can get that is terrible.
Their food is amazing.
It actually is amazing. It was so good. But we were sitting in the front. They have a band playing, and yeah, it's like one of those things where you grab your phone and like, I want to talk to Jen, and I'm like texting her to say, hey, hey, what you doing?
You can't. The speaker is right next to our table.
Next to your ear. So that part was not as fun. But I'm going to tell you, if you're ever looking for a nice hangout outdoor place with great food, go to Maggie's on Magnolia.
Yes, it was amazing. Agree with that. Okay, so Jen, you can follow up our story if you want about the bike situation. So,
yeah,
because you were really the one pedaling. I'll be honest, I was not.
Not them.
You were?
One of them.
No, I was sitting on a seat that didn't have
No
a pedal.
pedal. So this is our third time to go on the cycle party bus.
Yeah.
This is the third time that I've cycled, and neither one of these have.
Well,
I cycled myself.
okay, but did you catch that?
Did you?
Did you catch that the girl asked me that was driving it? She said, do you want to do less pedaling? I said, yes, that's what we want.
Yes, like, do you want to
This
go
time,
to...
there was less hills.
Because she said, do you want to go to more stops at bars and do less pedaling?
Well, she didn't take us
No.
through downtown through the under the bridge, which is requires
Right.
the uphill pedaling.
And the first two times we did hit bars, different bars. But man, we did a lot of uphill pedaling. So this time, even though it hurt in the moment, I will say I didn't wake up sore. And the last two times I woke up sore and said, I'm never doing this again, like ever.
Well, then Lori says, wait, my husband wants to do this for his birthday.
No, he does. And he's obsessed. I don't know why, but
I will
he
say
loves
it is
it.
a lot of fun. You get to be as loud as you want. You can't do that anywhere.
No.
But on this outdoor party bus, you can yell and scream and dance. Not really
We were
dance.
playing great
not
music.
dance.
I was dancing.
Great music. You were dancing.
Yeah.
My upper half was dancing. My lower half. But it is a lot of fun. As much as I bitch about it,
Yeah.
since I'm the only one pedaling. Thank you, ladies. It is a lot of fun.
Do you remember though when the cars would go by and honk and then everybody has to drink or what
Yes.
side it's on?
Yes.
and then you have to drink. So they make it fun.
They make it so much fun.
Yeah.
And we've had 2 different captains.
Yeah, but they're both married couple.
And we love them both.
And I really, that was the first time we had his wife, Keely. The last time, shout out Keely.
Shout out Keely.
Shout out
Which
Keely.
She was so nice. She posted this amazing post on Instagram.
Oh my God.
Bam, boom.
With a picture of my
Yes.
husband. Oh my gosh, because she kept every 5 seconds. Cheers! Happy birthday to Larry, Lori, Jen.
Okay, but what about like
Wait,
Joey
was
was
there
tipping her
another
nonstop?
What was that?
Oh
My
my
husband
God.
was tipping her nonstop, so she just kept saying, "Thank you, Joey. Thank you, Joey."
Well, now let's go to
bidding war at the end.
Yes.
at the end. Y'all, this is hilarious. So then my husband, I think originally then gave her a 20 and then, no, 40. And then he was like, "There, what you gonna do, Joey? I just beat you." And then Joey reached in and got another 20. And then my husband reached in and got another 20. I said, this girl was like, woo-hoo. Like, what is it like? Let's see who's bigger.
She was 20. I mean, I had to borrow it and pay you back.
Yeah.
Throwing in a 22.
She literally zelled me on the back of the bike while we were leaving.
Oh my
Let me
God.
zell you the money. I'm like, okay, it's not that big a deal.
She was awesome. She made it fun. She understood that I was nervous because I'm a very, very anxious person, and she made me comfortable and just,
And
you know,
let me just add, Jen is an overachiever.
no one
So, yes, you are. So the whole time, and granted, like she said, we've been on 3 of these now. So each time has been the same. But this time we were all sick, and it was her birthday. So we're going on this for her birthday and my birthday, but it's her birthday. And she's sick. We've all been sick. And she's pedaling her butt off. And I'm like, stop pedaling. I can't. I have to pedal. I'm like, no, you didn't. Do you see me pedaling? You've been sick, Jen.
How
You
do you
don't have to
invite
pedal.
people to come to your birthday party?
She's seriously. We
You
had a bunch of
asked
people.
to be the bartender.
Yeah.
Hello.
I mean, seriously, she did not need to pedal.
next time.
So she was an overachiever, but I did reward her. We stopped at one place and they had these pina coladas. Oh my God, they were yummy. So I got us a pina colada because, again, we were all sick, so our throats were all sore, so it tasted so good on the throat.
I've thought about that ever since.
I know, it was
And we need to
amazing.
go back just for the
I
pina
know.
colada.
That pina colada was great.
If we find out
Well,
the place,
Larry
we will
wants-
let y'all know.
Larry wants to go back
There's a
there
brunch place.
for a taco there that he saw.
Yeah.
And he said, "Can we go back there to get that?"
To be honest, I don't even know the name of the place, though. I would have to
I
just
wouldn't
find it.
either. No.
We went to so many that night.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, they stop. But the only issue is definitely on the weekends is that when you do stop, because
Yeah.
they'll do different bars,
Yeah.
and then you get 15 minutes to go in there. Well, it's so crowded by the time you get up to the top to be able at the bar to get a drink, if you even get one, then it's right back out. But there was this one place that we stopped at called Bowl Lounge.
Oh, yeah, that was cool.
Yes. And so Joey, Lori's husband, he's like, "Let's get 20 Jell-O shots." I'm like, "Okay, I'll go and have with you. Come on, let's get it." So I had to get the person's attention first. Then we got the 20 Jell-O shots, and then he ran over and paid. I tried.
Yeah,
not-
that's a keeper.
Yeah,
Those were
he
the
is a
best Jell-O
keeper.
shots, though.
They
They
were.
were really good.
They were tasty. They weren't too,
No.
you know, well,
I was really surprised.
that's
Yeah.
the best I've ever had.
I do. So when you do your Jell-O shot, I just have a question. Do you use your tongue
I use my
to
finger.
go
Okay.
around, or do you use your finger?
Well, typically I would use my finger, but because we were out in public and I hadn't washed my hands, and I am a germaphobe, if you know me, which you don't, so I am.
Germaphobe.
So I use my tongue, but then this Kimberly over here has like a lizard tongue. Yes, she does. So she didn't have any problem
Out
with her
over
tongue.
these episodes at some point.
But I did have a problem getting my tongue up in there to get it all out. I refuse to use my
You
no,
just roll around.
no.
No, I always use my finger, and now you make me feel like I'm disgusting.
You are disgusting.
Thank you, Lord.
That night, I typically would use my finger, but I was about to, and I was like, I mean, even though I am already sick, so I mean, how bad much worse can it
We
get?
stopped at every place, and everybody would, head to the bar or go hang out. And I'm
Ran
like,
to the bathroom. I was right behind you.
and I said that in our first episode. I used the restroom in each spot because you never know when the next one's going to be. And I'm
Well, it's
45.
obviously going to be in September. Unless it
No,
goes into October.
We'll do it October because it's too hot in September. But I will say that it goes by really fast. Like it's 2 hour slot. It was 8 to 10. And
Again,
it
not
went
pedaling.
by. Well, I meant like the stop. I just feel like the whole evening like went by so fast. Like
They did. They
and
really did.
It did. So
Again, they
But-
were not pedaling. It
no,
makes
we weren't.
all the
But
difference
that's
in the world.
choice.
I was dying before we even reached the hour mark, and I was telling everybody I don't want to go home. I'm going to Uber home. But then again,
My God.
I'm not an active person, so maybe by the time we go, because we are now going to the gym, which we will talk about later.
Ah,
Maybe
yes.
next time
Jen
I'll
and
be
I
like,
are going to the gym.
Let's go.
Well,
Wait, before we switch topics, because we're going to switch topics.
that was a good seg.
But let me say these like cycling bar excursions, let's call it, they have them in every city. So even if you don't live in Fort Worth, you can go anywhere. And I highly recommend. I mean, again, our group is, I guess Jen again is the youngest, 45. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because no, Claudia's not long before you, so there's one in the person. I think you're right. But either way, 45 to 60, I guess, is the oldest. Your husband.
yes.
And
Way
we
to
still
call
have,
him
but there were people as we were going that were on bachelorette trips. I mean, it's really for any age.
It's really is fun. I
But-
complain about the biking,
Yes.
but it is a ball.
But since this podcast is New Beginnings After 40, let's talk about after 40. So again, you can still have fun after 40.
you can still have fun after 40.
And so
Yeah.
if you ever want to do this, the place that we've gone to 3 times is called Cowtown Cycling. So that is downtown Fort Worth. And that's where we've had our fun. And we haven't tried any other places because they do it right.
They do it right. Keely and Marco.
Oh man, they're the
Great
best
job,
captains.
Keely, Marco.
Okay,
So
so
much
let's unpack our episode. It wasn't just about that, but we wanted to follow up on that. So what else we got for this?
Well,
podcast.
Jen and I, okay,
We were
so
talking about girls trips this one.
we will, but we got to talk about something right here.
Okay.
So, Jen and I have the worst habit of going and buying gym memberships,
Which we did discuss in the first
Yes.
episode.
But okay, so now that I'm not working, so I don't know what to call me. Retired housewife, don't know. But I finally said, you know what? I'm going to go to the gym. I had been paying for these personal trainings forever.
Forever. At
So
least
then I
over a
go
year
and
a
I'm
half.
like, hey, could you listen? If I want to use the ones I paid for, can I use those without continuing to pay? And so my man, Daniel, who's my trainer, he told me, well, you only have 8 because all the other ones have expired. Oh, you mean my thousands of dollars that I have paid expired? Okay, great. So
sucks.
it really does suck. So, anyways, so now I have 8. So I'm doing 2 a week, and then I'm going on other days to do cardio and other things. So right now I'm doing 3 days a week. I am hoping to get it to 4, but I'm actually, and this is the first time, and I truly cannot remember in my 20s, but this is the first time I actually get up, get ready, and go. And I actually look forward to it.
Yeah.
And so I go and I'll do my training session with Daniel, and then I go and do cardio for 30 minutes. I'm actually really enjoying it, and I can't believe it because I am one who will give up. I mean,
Yeah.
I give up. I'm like, no. And so I'm really liking it. And so I know Jen
More
was
power to
really
you.
sick. And so she finally, we went and did a yoga class on Tuesday. And then yesterday I said, hey, listen, I'm going for my training, but hey, can you at least just come meet me for cardio? So she did. And even though we're both just sick as hell, and we're just coughing and coughing and just,
I did 15 minutes on the treadmill and 20 minutes on the bike, and that's really, really good for me. Even when I'm not sick.
You did 2 hours on the bike last weekend.
I did 2 hours on the bike last weekend. Yes, and I was thinking about that the week that I was sick and you still went to the gym.
yes.
I did the bike that week.
Okay.
I moved stuff out of an apartment that week.
You
That's
did.
a lot of this. And then there was something else that I thought of, and I'm not thinking of it now, but I was like, 3 days, boom. You're wrong. I worked out 3 days this week. It just wasn't at the gym.
And you know what? You're right. It doesn't have
didn't
to
have
be
to
at
be
the
at the
gym. Mm-mm. No, as long as you're physically moving and everything like that. Like today, I cleaned the house. I was doing all the bathrooms and all the floors. And oh my gosh, 5 hours. 5 hours of scrubbing and sweeping, mopping. And I'm like, I am over this. But I knew that if I sit down, I'm never giving up.
Could you come do my house next, please? Or motivate me to go do any of that workout.
Maybe you could pay her.
I would love. Well, I
Pay
mean,
her.
I
Pay
don't
her.
have any money to pay her. I may be working, but I don't have any money to
okay,
pay
listen. Just because you are a house cleaner does not mean
her.
I am.
You do a better job, obviously, than I do.
No, it's only because that I take forever and you can't. When that's your job,
Yeah, I know.
you can't sit there and just detail everything because then basically you're getting paid. Well, even just, let's just say $150 for one house because you've been there for the whole day to
And
make
that's
it,
not worth
and it's not worth it.
$150.
I think too, when it's your own house, you probably pay more attention to detail.
You do.
Yeah.
Because you know what you've seen before. You know what bothers you on a
Yeah.
daily.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
I mean, Jen will always joke because Jen's like, oh, I got to clean up the house before y'all come over. I'm like, your house is always clean. Come to my house.
I do clean several times a week. I do a different area, and I like to keep it a certain amount of clean. But I have 3 cats, so I'm constantly running the vacuum because they like to grab kitty litter and
Yeah,
just
put it
walk
everywhere.
around the house. I swear
Drop
they do
it
it on
like
purpose. I'm gonna go get more because I left some here. A spot, it's clean. So every day I vacuum. You know.
Yeah.
So it is always kept up, but then there's people coming over.
It still always looks clean.
Thank you.
It does
Thank you.
always look
Larry
clean.
came over, Kimberly's husband, one day, and he was like, "Your house looks so clean." I'm like, "Oh my god, thank you." I've been crying.
Is
'cause
he
it's
trying
so
to say
bad.
that our house doesn't look clean?
Well.
Probably.
Okay, let me
Not today, though.
I haven't told y'all this.
What?
Okay, so last weekend at the after the bike, Cowtown bike, cycle bike, Kimberly and Larry drove me and Joey home. And so Kimberly stayed in the car and Larry went in to use the restroom because they live about 15 minutes or so away. I walk in the door because me and one of our other friends, we walked around to the front door to come in, and I come in and Larry is standing in the bathroom talking to Joey. Oh my God, your tile work and your molding looks amazing. Like, you really don't find this kind of quality in the homes these days, because our house was built in 1930. My husband has redone it all. But either way, Larry is like, oh my God, the tile work in here looks so great. And I said, you know, it really took him a long time to do that. So I'm sure he appreciates you saying that. And he's like, and Joey's like, oh, because I guess I must have missed the part of the conversation that Larry kind of told Joey that he had redone your upstairs in your house on the molding and all of that. So Joey's like, oh, I'll have to come over and check out your work. I'm like, man, they're like
Hey,
bro talking.
those bros gotta
Yeah.
come and check out each other's work.
That would
mean-
be his probably, if he was a millionaire, dream job, remodeling houses. He is obsessed with remodeling.
He is obsessed, and he really does
Which-
want to do
He does.
that.
Yeah.
And I wish that there was a way, I supported him once he left DHL and then he, opened up his own business. I supported that because I knew he'd be great and phenomenal. But I think his true passion is the whole remodeling
He
thing.
loves it. He loves watching those videos.
Oh my gosh.
And then, whenever he left, I told Joey, I was like, you have to go over there and check out his work. He's
Yes.
like, no, I really will.
Oh no, yeah, yes, because he has replaced.
And then he could spend the night here afterwards.
So he's replaced our 3 bedrooms upstairs. Floors. Yeah, he has
And the
replaced
big
my
floors, the
son,
door
the
frames.
daughter, and my mom's room, and then all the trim and everything like that. So no, it looks great. He is
really
amazing. Yeah, and so. With that being said, I'm glad that we're all 3 on the men's.
Yeah, we're on the men's. Maybe
we still
just barely 2 weeks now.
Okay,
So,
look,
Kleenex.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, we got
we
Kleenex.
have to have this.
yeah,
We all got sick 2 weeks ago when we did our first episode.
yeah.
We picked it up and went downhill from there at different stages. We were all 3 together 2 weeks ago today, and then we were all sick the next week.
Oh.
So,
Yeah.
I think it started with my son.
Yeah, no, it definitely started with your son. I just don't know if you were the carrier or if Terry was the carrier.
I have no idea, but
Yeah,
it
that's how
went
I got it.
fast.
Because we were here Friday night.
I know, but y'all are always sick, and I never get it. I am like, we haven't. We'll unpack some of this later on in the episodes as we go. But I take a million vitamins, and I try to.
Yeah,
She does.
I like
And
have
she
the
is a
immune system,
germaphobic.
and I am a germaphobic. But somehow I ended up getting it. So we all have been living in this hell for a few weeks now.
Not
We're all
gonna lie, it's
still
not
low.
fun. But
Almost
I
3.
sure have gotten in a lot of Hulu, a lot of Netflix, a lot of Paramount Plus.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I've been going to work.
I watched the whole MCU timeline.
And then I started it. So I think I just finished Iron Man 3. And then,
I'm done.
we've done this how many times?
I do it every year, really.
Yeah. And so we watched the whole Marvel from start to
Captain
end.
America.
And I have Chat GPT tell me how to watch this in the chronicle order.
Oh no, Disney has it set up for you. So you just go to Disney and it says
Disney.
it says
I
in
just
the
wanted
order.
to make sure.
Oh, just double check it.
Yeah.
Gotta ask AI if it's correct.
Yes.
Is it correct?
AI is the new future.
It is.
No, see, we're not even gonna get into that.
We're not in this episode now, but we will one day.
One day AI is gonna take over.
I don't know if you remember in the last episode, I did discuss about not really using Chat GTP, but I clearly did because I asked it to give me a logo for New Beginnings After 40.
And this is really a
And
great
it
logo.
gave me a really old looking
Okay, that one.
logo. And then I said, make it fun. And then I got a really good one. So I guess it can be used for
Wait, but then you asked again, and what
good.
did it tell you?
Again, so you have to ask again tomorrow at 2, whatever time it was.
I can only ask twice.
You can only ask 2 questions in a 24-hour period, apparently.
Like a genie.
Yeah.
You get 3 wishes.
Yeah, back like 2.
Backed up, you get 2. So
Yeah. So, but I did like the one that it gave me. So
Oh
stay
my
tuned. It might be the one
Yeah.
we use.
you'll see our new logo soon.
Yeah.
So basically, what we're saying is that yes, at this age, getting sick, it doesn't go away as quickly as
No.
it did when we were younger. It really lingers, and then you think that you're doing good,
Yeah, you feel better.
and then
Oh.
like a few hours later, you are just on deathbed.
Okay. So after the party, I thought it was, I'm good. I got
Mm-hmm.
it. And I was fine on Sunday. I didn't wake up with feeling bad or anything. I didn't go crazy with the drinking or anything. I felt fine. Oh my gosh, Monday, snot for days. I probably sneezed 1,000 times on Monday and went through an entire box of Kleenexes. It was miserable. And I had to work. So I'm at work and I'm going to the bathroom and blow my nose because no one wants to hear that person blowing their nose at their desk. It's gross. I didn't even go to lunch with my coworkers because I was like, sure, you don't want to hear me all dripping on the table. It's gross. So Monday and Tuesday were a hot freaking mess.
I'm glad you're feeling better.
Wait.
I mean, the week has improved. I still
Yeah.
have a little bit of the cough and the drainage, but
Totally glad
I'm
you're feeling
surviving.
better.
You know,
I don't think you know this.
What?
You might. I'm not sure. But Wednesday morning,
Yeah.
I woke up. No, wait. Yes. The night before. I had text Jen because Jen only lives 2 blocks from me. And so I said, hey, I said, you want to come over for coffee in the morning? And she's like, sure, text me when you're up. So I actually got up early that day and then I text. No
I'm
reply.
normally an early
Text.
bird.
No reply. And I'm like, hello, we're supposed to have coffee.
I'm still asleep.
And so she finally says, oh, hey, okay, I'm on my way. So she's on her way and she
I slept till 9:30. Just to be clear, that was late for me. To some people, 9:30 is not that late, but to me it was.
but I was
I was going to go to the
surprised.
gym before she woke up, and it didn't happen.
No, but so then she came over and she had her cup, and then I went and made my cup. And so we're drinking our coffee and just sitting there. And I said, hey, you want to watch a movie? And then she's like, yeah. So I have been really wanting to watch this movie called The Substance with Demi Moore. Oh my God. Well, so.
don't recommend it.
Yeah, she's just a little freaky, but it was it was very weird, but the concept, okay, this is why it's good.
Had a good moral.
The concept is that you have someone who's 50 years old, well, playing 50 in the movie, because I think she's 62.
Yeah, she's like 62. Yeah.
But looks
So,
amazing.
Looks amazing. And then she is just not good enough for what she's doing in her career. And so someone offers her to be younger, but it comes out that it's going to be 2 people. It's not just one body and she looks younger. It's 2 different people. So it's fighting that ego of being the younger one and then the older one. And so it's like kind of like us, or like saying, hey, you know what? I need to go get some Botox right here because of my wrinkles.
Got all these wrinkles.
Yeah. I mean, and then like, it's just.
Is it just following her in day in the life or
Oh,
something?
no,
Oh.
baby. No. Don't watch it.
Okay.
It won a lot of awards.
Really?
It was really
That's what she
gross.
said. It was.
What is it about?
No.
Well, it's about that Demi Moore is told that she can't do her job anymore. She was a fitness person, and because she was 50, now they need someone who's all younger and fit,
okay.
even though she's fit, but she was 50.
So she was doing what was it called back in the day? The the aerobics.
Aerobics, like filming and all that.
Dancing.
And so then,
Exercise stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
then
100%.
she was told by some doctor or somebody to say, hey, we've got something that's called a substance. If you're really interested in it, make you younger. Here.
It's you, but the better version of you.
Yeah. So I'm not going to ruin it for everyone.
Like
but,
an AI version of you?
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Worse.
I
Okay.
would say
Okay,
just watch it.
okay,
Just
listen,
watch
a
it.
whole nother body comes out of her back.
That's weird.
Okay,
Girlfriend,
but-
I was nauseous 3 times during this movie.
But the whole thing, and I understood the moral. As we get older, we get concerned of our wrinkles,
Yes.
our cellulite, weight and everything.
I
And so
understood all that,
it's
yes.
like, okay, do we want to go do those surgeries? Do we want this? Do we want nip, tuck? What do we want?
And
Well,
it's so
hold up.
agitating though,
Hold
because
up.
Demi Moore was so perfect.
Oh
up.
my God, yes.
You say as we get older, but I felt that way when I was in my 20s and 30s, but maybe in a different way.
Yes. Everything.
We're always
is different.
self-conscious as women.
Everything.
Yes.
Period. It's either I'm not skinny enough, I'm not this enough, I'm got this. I mean, I've always had a chunk in my trunk.
Junk in your trunk.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, okay, so this is what I feel about Demi Moore, though, on that topic.
Okay.
I know Jen didn't watch Landman, but
Yeah.
oh, Landman's amazing. But for those
It's
of
on
you,
my-
we live in Fort Worth.
It is on
Okay,
my
so I work literally. They're filming it right next to my office, which is freaking amazing. And just so you know, they're filming this week. They started filming this week. Yeah, it's
I
like
thought they
the
already
Patch
finished.
Cafe is
Wait.
large and big time.
I thought they already finished filming
No,
Landman
they
2.
started up filming Landman 2
Oh,
2
I
weeks
thought
ago.
you had told me they
I thought
filmed
so
it.
because when
You did say that.
I did think so, but apparently not.
Okay,
so
is the cotton, not the cotton
the Patch
patch, but
Cafe.
the Patch Cafe, is that in Alito or
No, it's right next to my work.
That's what I said.
It's like literally
my
like I can see it from my
someone
office.
told him some wrong information.
So it's on Spur 580 on Camp Bowie West in Fort Worth, Texas. So it used to be a feed store, part of the feed store. And so what was interesting is when they finished filming the first episode, I thought they painted it back white, but they actually just put up tiles to cover
Okay.
the murals that were on the side of the
had
Patch
said- that's
Cafe.
right. Okay.
But as I watched over the last 3 weeks of them taking them down, then I realized that it was they just put up tiles. So then last Friday, well, actually, I should say last Friday, they were filming, like literally had trucks out, police officers, filming crew, everything going on. They're filming a scene. The week before, they filmed in the stockyards in Fort Worth. And then this week, they also shut down parts of downtown Fort Worth to record. So anyway, I feel like I'm in like the Hollywood scene here.
Can we
Okay,
go
so
be
on
an
the
extra?
part of well, okay, so back on I have several friends who I've went to
should
high
be
school.
extras.
Well, hold, y'all two could, but
You could as well.
no, because let me tell you what. So you can sign up to be an extra. It only pays it like 11-hour days, and you're maybe gonna get $100, maybe $200 a day if you're lucky.
I can
But
do
it's
that.
like, but you could do that now. But
I'm not working.
if you're work, I think they might have already kind of finished up the extras because they did it like a month ago.
That's me in that nobody corner right there.
Yeah.
Did you see me? What?
So the reason that I started talking about that is because Demi Moore is in Landman. If you have not watched Landman, I highly recommend it. You can wait it on Paramount Plus.
Okay.
But we are all passionate about Landman because we're in Fort Worth, Texas, and Taylor Sheridan is like
Yes.
putting us on the map.
Oh,
Because in the show, it talks about recording it in Midland, Texas, but it's actually all recorded in Alito or Benbrook or Camp Bowie West in Fort Worth. So anyway, it's all right there in where I work. So long story short, I know several people who have been extras on the show. And apparently, I mean, Demi Moore, I thought she would have a larger role in it based on the first season, and she didn't. I think she might have a bigger, I don't want to spoil it for those who haven't watched it, but I think she might have a bigger role maybe in the second season based on the turn of events in the end of the last season. But apparently she's got a diva to work with.
Well,
like,
I've
I mean,
already
a
heard-
real
I
big
have
diva,
heard
like
that,
not a
but
very nice person.
Yeah. I've heard
So-
that.
It is quite possible that I would be a diva.
Yeah, well,
Come on.
I actually don't think you could.
I mean, I could try really hard.
you could try really hard, but I don't think that would be something you could do.
I can do
now,
it.
I could
I'm gonna
probably
be a diva.
I
One
can
day.
do it.
Just wait. No, I know. You could.
So I think for today we're going to kind of end here because we just want to go and talk about our bike excursion. And the next episode that we do, we're going to get into our fun girls trips because we've done a lot of those. And I think it's this time of the year we're looking at we're now in April, which is crazy to believe.
We're getting close.
Oh my
We're
God,
getting-
it is.
I know. So
Summer
we're
is
getting
right around
time
the
to
corner.
where I feel like the girlfriends get together to go on trips. So we'll kind of
Time to
give you
start
some of
planning.
our tips and tricks that we like to do and some of the things we've done and would like to continue to do. And we have traditions and then hopefully maybe you can comment on some of them too and tell us what you like to do. So maybe we can get ideas. So anyway, we appreciate you joining our podcast today and glad that you joined us. And
Yeah.
please continue to subscribe to us and to like us.
We would love to hear from you. You know, what do you think about how we did today? Try to be nice. And what you would like us to talk about. And if you understand what we're going through, which we haven't really gotten into the things that we go through, but let us know. We understand. And we thank you for talking about that.
Yeah, and then just, make any comments or anything that, you're like, hey, why don't you talk about this subject? or hey, do you have a question about this or this?
Yeah, we would love to hear from
We
you.
would love to hear from you, and we would love to just talk about everything that we know. I mean, hey, we don't know everything, and our ways are not the right ways.
Sometimes we feel like we do. Feel like we've been there, done that, But yeah.
But just please,
Thank you for
us the-
coming back and sticking with us this far.
Yeah.
And we really hope to see you next week.
give us a shout out.
Yeah.
But thanks for tuning in. And don't forget to like us, share us so other people can know about us, subscribe to us, and ask any questions.
And remember-
Until next time.
Remember, every day is a new beginning.